Every year, about 2 billion old-school pencils get sold in the US, and a whopping 14 billion are sold worldwide. So, how do they do it? Let's find out. A pencil is mostly made up of graphite and wood. Graphite is ground up and mixed with clay powder, water, and other things to make a thick paste. The paste is then heated up in a kiln. This means that the lead core is strong and very smooth for writing on paper, which makes it hard to break. A pencil also has aluminum and rubber in it. The ferrules that hold the erasers in place are made of aluminum, and the erasers are made of rubber. If these two pieces weren't there, you wouldn't be able to fix your mistakes. There are many kinds of pencils that come in different sizes, colors, and lead types. Due to the fact that they are made of graphite and wood, pencils are the most eco-friendly and energy-efficient writing tool. These natural resources can be easily recovered by taking them apart from the parts that don't break down. 1. Getting wood. It's more efficient to get pre-cut wood panels instead of raw wood materials because they speed up production and make it easier to keep up with demand. There is a factory that cuts wood logs into flat rectangles called wood panels. Before making the pencil, the slats are baked, chemically softened, waxed, and stained to make sure they are of good quality. This gives all the slats a consistent color and smooth surface. 2. Wood panel carving. With an electric saw, each wood panel is cut out one at a time to make a thin path for the graphite lead. All the wood panels on an assembly line go through an industrial saw that cuts holes into the wood so that it can be used in later steps. The space between each line stays the same. The wood pieces will now look like pencils. 3. Graphite lead making. To harden lead pencils, clay and graphite will be cooked together at 1,500 degrees Fahrenheit for a few hours. Lead is the main ingredient in pencils. It's like the heart and soul of them. Nicolas Jacques, a famous French scientist, found a way to make graphite lead in 1795. We still use this method today. Graphite lead is made from powdered graphite and some clay. Fine-grained clays, like this kaolin clay, are white and have a fine-grained structure. When you mix kaolin clay with graphite powder, the clay becomes stronger. One of the most important things about making good pencils is that the lead must last a long time. When you mix these two items together, you get a paste-like mixture. The machinery creates a thin stick-like structure by shaping the mixture into a thin stick that fits between the grooves already present in the wood panels. 4. Making sandwich slats. The factory machine has two parts that work together to process the wood panels and separate them into two groups during production. One group will be on the top half of the pencil, and the other group will be on the bottom half. From this step onwards, the pencils go through different tools, but they are finally put together by joining the two groups of wood panels together. This group of panels will hold graphite lead in its grooves. The first lead-filled panel is protected by the pencil's base, which is made of wood. 5. Addition of the glue. In this step, elastic glue is added on the holes where the graphite lead will go. The glue's ability to stretch comes from a special recipe. The main thing that makes up the special glue is polyvinyl acetate. Because of this particular ingredient, a strong bond can be made that will last. Because the glue can stick to both sides of the pencil, it will look like it isn't made up of different parts. 6. Stacking the lead and wood. The first group of wooden pieces with graphite is put in place, and then the second group is put right on top of the first group. The end result is two big pieces of wood that are jammed together and have graphite lead put between them. The base of a pencil is made up of 3 different pieces that fit together. The first wood panel on the assembly line goes across the flat surface. The graphite lead is then carefully placed in the cut groove, and the second wood panel is put on top of it. Between the lines of the stacked panels, you can see a thin layer of lead graphite at this point in the process. 7. Assembling. A machine presses them together with 1,000 kilograms of force to make sure the glue molds the two halves of the wood panel together. It is important to spread the glue out evenly so that it covers all the holes in the wood. The glue will be able to do its job when it dries. The panels can be put in place with an automatic plunger for an hour to make sure the glue is completely dry. 8. Individual pencil making. A commercial table saw cut pencils from graphite paper and wood. Each piece of wood can be cut into a pencil shape with a saw, and the uncovered wood can be smoothed out with sandpaper. 9. Quality control. To make sure of quality, a pencil from each batch is tested for lead and cleaning. Quality control makes sure that the whole process of making pencils goes as planned and without any problems. A set number of experts constantly check and confirm the batches of pencils that are made by factory machines. 10. Final touches. The final details are completed by adding a metal cap, lacquer layer, and an eraser. It is possible to print pictures or writing on the pencil's base. A brand engraved or screen printed on the pencil is what most people do these days. Customers often ask that the pencil bases be printed with their own logos, pictures, or notes. The pencil is finished off with ferrules, which are metal caps. There is a ferrule on the end of the ready-to-use item that lets you connect an eraser. 11. Packaging and shipping. After a thorough production process, a lot of pencils has been made. Once machines and skilled workers have neatly packed the pencils, they are ready to be sent to the buyer. The good quality of these products means that you can use them right away after they leave the factory. Pencils are basic items that will always be needed in offices and schools, no matter where they are used. Understanding the parts of pencils and how they are made can help you see this familiar writing tool in new and important ways. Pencils are made of graphite, clay, wood, rubber, and metal. Graphite and clay are mixed to make the lead, which is then carefully cut and put together in panels made of wood. To make sure that only high-quality pencils are made, the process has to go through exact steps like stacking, cutting, gluing, and quality checking. Putting on metal caps, lacquer coatings, and erasers are the last things that need to be done before they are packed up and sent out. Writing with a pencil is useful, and it also helps you remember things and think more critically. Thank you for joining us on this exploration, and be sure to subscribe for more captivating insights into the world around us. It's time to write something down. Get your favorite pencil out and start writing. Until next time, happy writing!